Welcome to the Knakal News Network. The Knakal News Network is brought to you by Massey Knakal Realty Services, New York's #1 building sales firm.
Hi, I'm Jon Hageman, Sales Team Manager for Massey Knakal. Welcome to the Knakal News Network. Today I'm here with Bob Knakal, Chairman of Massey Knakal, and we're going to talk about the third quarter results of the investment sales market. Just at the beginning of the fourth quarter, tell us what we've seen so far in the first several.
Hags, during the first 3 quarters of the year, the investment sales market has been about as good as it possibly could be. Our dollar volume of sales is slightly below where it was in 2007, but is likely to pick up in the fourth quarter, and we think we'll probably set an all-time record for the highest dollar volume we've ever had. And in terms of the number of properties sold, we are on pace to have more properties sold in New York City this year than ever before.
So Bob, tell us about what the dollar volume has been so far this year.
In the third quarter, we've had about $11.5 billion of sales volume. If we annualize what's occurred through the first 3 quarters of the year, we're on pace for about 52 to 53 billion in sales volume. Now, that's below the 62.2 billion that we had in 2007, but the beginning of the year started out a little slow, as first and second quarters typically do. And based upon the increase that we're anticipating in the fourth quarter of the year, we think we'll certainly be over 60 billion for the year and could rival that 2007 record.
And what about number of properties sold?
Hags, in the third quarter of the year, there were 1,098 properties sold in the city. That puts us on pace for about 5,100 to 5,200 properties sold for the year. We think that we end up over 5,200 based upon the fourth quarter pickup, and that would be a record. The highest total we've seen prior to that was 5,018 properties sold in 2007. So from an intermediary's perspective, this has been an unbelievable year.
But Bob, didn't we just go through an already record-breaking stretch?
Well, we did. From the third quarter of 2013 through the second quarter of 2014, there were over 5,200 properties sold, which was the highest total for any consecutive 4-quarter period that we've seen.
So Bob, what's driving all this activity? Why do you think there's going to be more properties sold than ever before?
Hags, what we're experiencing is what economists refer to as a positive feedback loop. Property values for all product types in every market are rising and rising to record levels. As those values rise, potential sellers find those numbers compelling. So they decide to sell, they put additional supply on the market. There is so much demand in the market that the demand is absorbing that additional supply. That exerts further upward pressure on prices. The values rise even more. Another wave of sellers find those values compelling and put their properties on the market. And this just keeps cycling in this positive feedback loop.
So Bob, how long do you anticipate this is going to continue?
Well, that's a great question. I think half the people that I talk to on a regular basis believe that we are at or near the peak of the cycle and that things are going to turn down. The other half believe that there's still 6 or 7 more years to run. We have the midterm elections coming up, and by the time this airs, they probably will be behind us. If Congress is going to enact some type of tax reform, that could have profound impacts on our marketplace moving forward. But as we see things today, we expect this market to continue. In summary, while the dollar volume of sales is not quite on 2007's record pace, we expect a robust fourth quarter, which should push the dollar volume of sales into record territory. The number of properties sold is on pace to set a record in 2014, and we fully expect that that will be the case. Based upon market conditions, we expect this activity to continue well into 2015.
Thank you for joining us today. Tune in next week for another installment on the Knakal News Network.